Hello everyone, this is Lalita Singh and you are going to study science with me in class 7. Today we are going to discuss second part of chapter 10 that is called soil. In first video we have discussed about soil as a natural resource, layers of soil which is present on the earth, okay, and what are the characteristic of particular layer. Okay, we have also studied about different component of soil and how the soil get formed, what are the types of soil. These all has been discussed in our first video. Today we are going to study about uses of soil, why the soil is so useful for us. There are reasons why it is important for us. For example, soil enables the plant to grow, to provide all the nutrient required by the plant. Okay, soil is the place where plant can grow. Even though we have spread the seed over the a land which is already plastered, okay, the soil will not germinate until they will get the soil. Why? Because soil provide them with nutrient which is essential for the growth of the plant. Next is soil is also very important as a habitat, that is a home for millions of soil organisms like insect, earthworm, bacteria, fungi, etc. They all live inside the soil. Next, it provides anchorage to the tree and vegetation. We know that the trees are holding the soil with the help of root. Okay, so that they are standing still on the ground. Otherwise, they would have been fallen down. So, soil provide them a space to get anchored. Okay, next. Soil is also essential for the forest of the world. We get many useful things from forest. Forests provide us timber. They are also used as natural habitat for many plant and animal. Okay, if there is no soil, we cannot imagine forest because plants or tree need soil to grow. Forest which is acting as a habitat for many animals and many plant. Okay, next, soil is also useful for agriculture production of crop that are necessary for human and animal for food. We know that we cannot synthesize our food. We are heterotroph. We depends on plant for food. Okay, we depend on plant for getting the food, and these plants are the one which can perform photosynthesis, and plants need soil. So if we want to have food, for that reason we are dependent on plant, and plants are dependent on soil to get their nutrient. Okay, so soil is very essential for us to survive as well. Clear? Now, next is soil is used in making pottery and bricks. We are living in house which is made up of made by bricks. Okay, so many potteries has been made by the clay as well. So it is the soil which is used to make these things. You may have seen manufacturing of brick while going to your school in the pathway area. So they are using soil to make the brick. Next is microorganism living in soil help in recycling nutrient from dead plant and animal. Nutrient get recycled again and again by the action of microorganism that is living inside the soil. So soil is also important for them to survive. Okay, now next is property of soil. What are the property of soil? We are going to discuss about them next. The soil has many property which make them each type of soil distinctive from other. The properties of the soil help us to categorize them. Some important property of soil include texture, absorbing capacity of water by soil, perlocation rate, etc. These properties are mentioned in the next paragraphs. For example, texture. Okay, the feel that we get after touching the soil is called texture. Different soil having different texture. If we are going to talk about clay soil, they are soft to touch. Okay, if we are talking about sandy soil, they are granulated. Okay, so we can classify the soil type based on their textures as well. Okay, next is absorption of water by soil. When we put some amount of water over the soil, it get absorbed by the soil, but the absorption extent is different for different type of soil. For example, over here we are having an experiment to prove this. Okay, activity number 5. Aim of this activity is to find out the amount of water absorbed by different soil sample. To perform this activity, we need to have a plastic or glass funnel. Okay, a filter paper, water, sample of sandy and clay soil, maybe 50 gram of each. Okay, a beaker, a stand, and a measuring cylinder. Okay, how we are going to perform this activity? We need to take filter paper, we will make a cone out of it. Okay, and then we will place the cone into the funnel as shown over here. Now we will fix the funnel in the stand and place an empty beaker below. Okay, what we have to do? We have to make the funnel stand with the help of stand, and then we will place an empty beaker below the funnel. We will measure 100 milliliter of water with the help of measuring cylinder. This is called measuring cylinder. The one which is held by hand is known as measuring cylinder. It is having marking over there to measure the amount of water. Okay, then we will measure 100 milliliter of water with the help of measuring cylinder, and then we will pour this water over the soil which is kept in funnel. Okay, and after water passing through the soil, it will be obtained into the beaker. But obviously soil has capacity to absorb some amount of water in it, so there will be difference between the amount which we collect into the beaker and that the amount which we pour with the help of measuring cylinder. Okay, for now, to calculate the amount of water absorbed by the soil, we need to take these datas. First, weight of soil sample, it is of 50 gram. Weight of water which is poured, it is 100 gram or milliliter. Okay, over here. Next is weight of water collected in beaker. Okay, the weight of water which is collected in beaker is still unknown. It is known as X. Okay, the amount of water absorbed by the soil sample should be 100 minus X. Understood now? The amount which has not been collected into the beaker has been absorbed by the soil. So, the amount of water which is present in the soil should be 100 minus X. Okay, now about the percentage of water which is absorbed by the soil sample, it should be calculated by 100 minus X by 50 into 100. Okay, over here 100 minus X is the amount of water which is present in the soil, and 50 is the amount of soil which we have kept in the funnel. Okay, and of course we are calculating the percentage over here with the help of this formula. This is the formula of calculating the percentage, and now we will get the amount of water, the percentage of water which is kept inside the funnel. For example, right now assume the value of X is 80. Okay, so 100 minus 80 should be 20 milliliter. Okay, understood? So if 20 milliliter divided by 50 into 100, it should be 40%. Okay, 40% of water has been collected into the soil. Understood? Now, this same activity can be performed with the help of different type of soil. For example, for clay soil, for loamy soil as well. Okay. Based on activity 5, we can understood that soil is having certain characteristics. For example, the first one is soil is having many pores. These pores help to absorb the water from the surface, or the rainwater is also get absorbed through these pores. The root of plant get water through the soil because the soil is having many pores. There are pores because of the different size of the soil particle. When they kept upon one another, there has been some spaces left which act as a place for air. okay, which act as a pore to let the water get absorbed through it. Now next is pores present in soil are filled with air. Air help the animal living in the soil to breathe. Okay, the air space which is present in the soil, it's helpful in breathing process for the animal as well as the root of the plant. Next is percolation rate. The downward movement of water through the soil is called percolation. Okay, the downward movement of water through the soil is called percolation, and the amount of particular amount of water is absorbed by the soil in particular amount of time is called percolation rate. This can be understood with the help of activity number 6. Over here you can see a boy is doing something. He is actually trying to find out the percolation rate of the soil which is present in his garden. For this activity, what do we need? We need soil sample or a ground, okay, a piece of glass pipe, or we can use PVC pipe as well, a stopwatch, water and measuring cylinder. This is all we need to perform this activity. Okay, so let's start about it. Now first we have to look for a place where this activity can be done, where is the amount of soil is good. Okay, for example in park or garden. Now we have to dig at least 2 centimeter deep ground. Now place this glass pipe or PVC pipe, whichever you are using, into the soil, okay, as the picture shows. Now we have to measure 250 milliliter of water and we will slowly pour this into the pipe, and we have to start the stopwatch immediately once we have been pouring the water inside the PVC pipe or glass tube. Understood? Now we have to note down the time at which how much time has been taken by the soil to absorb the amount of water completely. We will note down the time. Then how we are going to calculate the percolation rate? For calculating percolation rate, what do we have to do? First, volume of water which we have taken. What was the amount of water which we have taken? It was 250 milliliter. Okay, percolation time which has been measured with the help of stopwatch. We need to measure the time now. That is why we have used the stopwatch over here. You see, the child is having a stopwatch with him. So we have got the amount of water because we have poured it into the tube, and the amount of time which is also measured with the help of stopwatch. Now we will calculate it. For example, over here given, suppose the sample of the soil which is taken up by you is taking 25 minutes to absorb 250 milliliter of water. So what will be the percolation rate? It will be 250 milliliter by 25 minute is equal to 10 milliliter per minute. Means the water percolation rate is 10 milliliter per minute. Means 10 milliliter water can be absorbed by the soil per minute. Okay, understood? So this is how we calculate percolation rate. Absorption of water and percolation rate is totally two different things. Absorption of water means the capacity of soil to hold the water in it, whereas percolation means the capacity of the soil or speed of the soil by which it is absorbing the water. These are two different things. Okay, next topic is soil and crop. Different crop grow in different type of soil. Not all the crop can be grown in a similar type of soil. Means some of the crop need sandy soil to grow, some of the crop need clay soil to grow, whereas some grow better in loamy soil. Okay, so a good soil has good water holding capacity, so that it can provide water for the growth of root of the plant. The soil should be rich in humus, okay, so that it have lots of mineral to provide for the plant to grow. Next is soil should has a lot of air space so that the roots of the plant can breathe. Understood? Next is a mixture of different size particles so that the air spaces can be present over there, otherwise it will be compact, right? Next is it should be loose enough to allow root to expand easily. Okay, It should be plugged, it should be loose enough so that the root of the plant can expand. You may have observed soil of different color. Color of the soil is influenced by the amount of chemical or nutrient which is present in the soil. For example, red or yellow soil indicate the presence of iron oxide. When the soil is containing more amount of iron oxide, the soil will appear red in color. Okay, for example, next is brown or black soil indicate the presence of high amount of humus, because the amount of humus when high, it gives it a black color. That is why our topsoil was black in color. Okay, formation of soil is mainly influenced by climate and composition of bedrock, because the bedrock is the one which is forming the soil. So composition of the soil always going to depend on the bedrock nature. Okay, the climatical condition like temperature, humidity, rainfall, etc. also help in the formation of soil. Growing of crop in a particular region depend upon the type and quality of the soil found in that particular area. Different crop have different amount of nutrient requirement. They get that from the soil, and the soil which is providing different kind of nutrient to different kind of plant, it is also having different properties, different qualities, texture as well. Over here there are some type of crop and the soil that they need to grow. See, cotton need loamy soil or sandy soil. These soil hold more air and water. That is why they need loamy and sandy soil. Whereas paddy need lot amount of water. Okay, they need standing water to grow. That is why clay soil is the best for them. Next is cereal like wheat and gram. They need clay or loamy soil because these soil have better water retention capacity. Okay, and cereal like wheat need more water. Next is lentils and other pulses. They grow better in loamy soil. Why? Because this soil can drain water easily. Understood? The next topic is soil erosion. Removal of topsoil by the action of wind or water is called soil erosion. Does not matter what is the mean, but the main thing is the removal of topsoil is called soil erosion. It can be done by the physical method, it can be done by chemical method. Okay, by the action of wind and water it can be done as well. Clear. The removal of topsoil by either strong wind or flowing river water or rain is called soil erosion. Soil erosion is more common in area which are not covered by tree or grasses and are bare. Means the area which is not having trees or grasses, this phenomena take place over there. Why? Because the soil is loose over there to get floated away from one place to another, as there is no plant to hold the soil, no root to hold the soil. Okay, soil does not get eroded if it is covered by vegetation. Just see over here, soil cannot get eroded if this area is covered with the help of vegetation, whereas this area in between them, it can easily let the soil flown away with the water because it is not covered with vegetation or plants. The root of plant bind together the topsoil particle and prevent the soil erosion. Soil erosion is basically also caused by overgrazing, deforestation or excessive ploughing, okay, of the field. If you are ploughing the field in excessive manner, it will make the soil bare, and of course the topsoil will be flown away with the help of wind. Clear? If you are cutting the trees more and more, the soil will become bare, the upper layer of the soil become dry, and dry soil can easily be blown away with the help of wind. Understood? Now, effect of soil erosion. Soil erosion can harm the environment in many ways. It can lead to flat famine and can also cause landslide in hilly area. Due to soil erosion, soil has lost its fertile layer of the soil, which affect the growth of the plant as well. If the plants are not there, then the root will be not present over there. If root is not present, then percolation rate of the soil will get slowed down. which causes flood, famine and landslide in hilly areas. Next is soil pollution. When toxic substances like chemical salt, disease causing germs, etc. get mixed into the soil, they degrade the soil quality. This is called soil pollution. Okay, soil pollution may be caused due to the following factor. First is excessive use of pesticide, fertilizer, herbicide, weedicide and insecticide. Herbicides are used to kill unwanted herb. Weedicides are used to kill the weeds which is present in the field. Weed means unwanted plant. Insecticides are used to kill insect, and fertilizer are used to increase the soil fertility, and pesticide is used to kill pest. So excessive use of these chemical substances can cause soil pollution. They will change the soil nature, it will decrease its fertility. Next is direct discharge of toxic industrial waste into the soil. We generally discharge the waste into the soil or in the river. Wherever place the toxic waste has been excreted out, they will pollute that particular area. Now, sipping of contaminated water into the soil. For example, just assume that we have applied excess amount of pesticide and herbicides. If there is a rain, the excess amount will wash out with the rain and they will get sipped into the soil, and obviously ultimately they will reach to the underground water level. So they will not only pollute the ground, but it will also pollute the underground water. Okay, next is dumping of large quantity of solid waste into the soil. It also causes pollution. Next is oil and petroleum leak from vehicle get washed off on the road or in the surrounding soil. They also caused pollution. Next is septic tank leakage. It is also a very big reason of soil pollution. Soil pollution leads to reduced soil fertility and its quality. As a result, crop yield is also affected. Even the microorganism and other organisms live in the soil get affected. The soil is getting polluted, the nature of soil get changed, and maybe the new nature, because of the soil pollution, the new nature of the soil is not suitable for place for the microorganism to live. In this way, if the microorganism get die or they will decrease in number, the soil self-nutrient recycle process will get slowed down, and then this way the soil will not have lot amount of mineral. Okay, next, soil pollution can be controlled by first adopting proper method for management of solid waste and disposal. Proper treatment of industrial waste. If we are treating the waste properly, we are removing all the toxic material from the waste, then they will not cause any problem for the soil. If we are adopting proper method to manage the solid waste, it will be completely disposed. Next, recycling of material like glass and paper, plastic, etc. are also very useful, because they also create a great amount of waste on the land which is not degradable in nature. Next is reusing the material like plastic bag, cloth, paper, etc. so that their waste production can get slowed down. Okay, next is reducing the use of fertilizer and pesticide. We should only use that amount of fertilizer or pesticide which is needed by the plant, not in excessive amount. Clear? Now, do we need to look after our soil? Yes, it is very essential. We should obviously look after our soil, because soil is the place where plant grow, where the food is produced, where we live, okay, where the underground water is present. So we need to look after it very properly. Can you imagine, as little as 1 centimeter has been of soil has been formed in about 500 of years? Means 1 centimeter thick soil can be formed in 500 years. It takes too long to form. It is a very slow process. We just can't replace soil in our lifetime. Life on land depends on soil, because soil is the place where plant grow. So damaging the soil, polluting it is also risky for us. So we need to take care of the soil. Okay, class. So up to this, we have finished the chapter. In next video, we will discuss the question answer of this chapter. Until then, have a nice day, everyone.